children, cats and kittens, boys and girls. I am Carmenor, and I hope all is war and well in your world. I'm here to entertain, maybe make you laugh, perhaps a smile or two. But if you'd rather go watch someone else, then I can't blame you.
Ladies and gentlemen, cats and kittens, boys and girls, I'm Carbonor. Welcome to my channel. I hope all is warm and well in your world today. Things are pretty good here. Pretty good. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. And we're just picking right up immediately where we left off. This is the way we're going now, right? Because that's the way we came from. Yeah. Yeah. And there's looks to be stuff in here. Do I need to? Yeah, I need to listen to that again, I bet.
Well, I was just outside for a breath of fresh air, and what a night. I know most of you are probably in your beds by now, but if you're still up and around, take a moment. Step outside for a spell and breathe in deep. The weather's absolutely still. The sky is crystal clear. It's like the forest is quietly breathing along with you. To listeners know, I'm a night owl, and it's on nights like this I wish I wasn't cooped up in the studio. Makes an old man like me
just go outside and wander around in the dark.
But here I am, and it would keep you company all night long if I weren't. It looks like I'm not the only one staying up late. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, Pat, it's Maurice Horton.
Hello, Maurice. What are you up to?
Well, I was just taking Toby on his walk.
Oh, isn't it beautiful out there?
Sure, but Pat, the reason I called is that Toby heard something ruffling in the undergrowth and took off after it, and I couldn't find it.
Probably a rabbit.
Sure. Toby loves rabbits.
Well, sure.
Anyway, I figured that, if anyone runs into Toby, they could grab him. My number's on his collar.
And Toby's a friendly dog?
Toby loves people. Usually he comes back, but we were pretty far from home, and it sounds like he went pretty wild there. Great dog, but numbers so good.
Well, Maurice, it's out there now. Hope Toby comes home soon.
Yeah, thanks.
You have a good night now.
I'll keep an eye out for Toby. Hey! Get back up, Alan. Alright. We're gonna keep that one loaded for now. We'll use that flare gun in case of emergencies.
At first, I kept finding the pages as if by accident. The book I couldn't remember was either a terrible and true prophecy or an act of creation that had rewritten the world. I began to hunt the pages feverishly, for they held the answer to the mystery. With it, I could save myself. With it, I could save Alice.
That's a powerful assumption to make, Alan. I mean, let's be real.
The gas station was closer now, its light welcoming in the darkness.
Hey.
The best dogs in the street. Belly Burster is the best with no coat. Monster Dog is second best.
There's some demons down here arguing about coffee. You don't see that every day. Is this the way I'm going? No. What the fucking... Yep, there's bad guys coming. Where you at, bitches? Where you at, bitches? Yeah. You motherfuckers like to do a lot of sneaking. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky bastards. Fuck you. Got one coming up on my left there too. Fuck you, bitch. Get me to that gas station. Kiss my ass. Think I didn't see you? I saw you. Right in the foot.
I stepped into the gas station's garage. It was dark and quiet. The place was a mess. It looked like someone trashed the place or that there'd been some kind of fight. Light spilled into the room through an open door at the back, and I made my way toward it. Without any warning, I was blinded by a bright light. An old portable TV on the shelf had come alive by itself. Impossibly, I could see myself on the screen, talking like a madman.
Oh. The safe embrace of light. All right. Okay, now. We're doing pretty good in the ammunition department. Of course, in the next cutscene, it's all going to disappear. So that's awesome.
I never touch salad, though. A man like me needs a hefty meal. That's for today.
Okay. That's some nasty looking machinery. But for some reason, I don't feel like walking in front of. Yep. Hey, what's up, guys? happened? What happened? Where'd you go? Oh, did I make you disappear? Man, I'm an asshole. My bad, guys. Sorry about that. Freaking I'll get it. I'm afraid to get too close because I'm afraid I'll activate something.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? She asked. The sheriff looked at me suspiciously. The early morning light flooded through the office windows. I would probably never have gotten out of the woods alive without her help. But I couldn't tell her the truth of what I'd faced the previous night. She'd think I was lying or crazy. She'd lock me up, and she wouldn't help me find Alice.
Science. It bestows immortality on those who advance it to elevate all of mankind. Newton, Einstein, Sagan, princes among men. But the price for such a legacy is steep indeed. In Night Springs.
I don't know if...
Tonight's
I hope that
episode
music doesn't do anything.
quantum suicide. If our lives are already written, it would take a courageous man to change the script. Having called a press conference, Dr. Barclay Colvin is about to demonstrate that very courage.
I'll just let you watch this.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I am Dr. Barclay Colvin, and I'm glad so many of you could join me here at the Moorcock Institute. Tonight, I'm going to give a practical demonstration of the many worlds interpretation. As you can see, this is a loaded 9mm pistol. It shall be part of a thought experiment. And now, a real experiment, known as a quantum suicide.
Did he say suicide? Is that a real gun? He's kidding, right?
Please, please, stay calm. There is no risk. Observe what occurs when I place the weapon against my own forehead. Now, you might think this round is merely a dud. Not so. Observe the flower pot. And yet, I myself cannot be harmed with this gun. With each pull of the trigger, two new realities branch off. One in which the weapon didn't fire, and one where it did. With my machine here, I have ensured that this reality is always the former. I have bestowed upon myself quantum immortality. Under no circumstances can this gun kill me.
So wait. What you're saying is that every time you pull the trigger, in another reality, you die?
Yes, of course, but that's completely trivial. There's an infinite number of things that could happen at any moment, and they always do happen somewhere. The point is, this
Bleep.
one thing did not happen here.
You're insane, Colvin.
Insane? Insane?
Hey, was this thing supposed to be plugged in? I stumbled on it.
You fools! Gaze upon quantum immortality.
Poor Dr. Colvin, filled by his own hubris or the ignorance of the masses. Perhaps he should have left the crate unopened, the decaying atom unobserved. Curiosity often kills the cat. Night Springs.
There will be more episodes to come. Oh, okay. Yeah. My Allen sense is tingling. There's some shit going down in there. Bitch ass bird. Oh, there's several. Okay. Hey, what's up, guys?
Bounce! Is it easy?
Fuck you. Fuck you guys. Goddamn. Oh, okay. Tapping squared quickly. Okay. Well, I'll keep that in mind. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, you quit that teleporting and
Stucky's body vanished.
jumping around,
And
bitch.
only a lifetime of nightmares to come, assuming I'd reach the lights of the gas station alive.
I think we got a pretty good chance, Alan. There's the thermos.
I recognized the parade float I had seen in Bright Falls when I first arrived with Alice.
Okay.
After the insanity I had just experienced in the darkness, the lights of the gas station felt comforting. At least for a moment, the sane world reasserted itself.
Checkpoint.
Stucky spat on the garage floor and tried to shake the cobwebs from his head. Ever since the couple never showed to pick up the keys, things had been fuzzy. Something a feeling caught his attention. Stucky looked up and stared as his brain tried in vain to process the horror before him. He stumbled back, knocking over a can of oil. A black pool spread across the floor while he struggled for a brief moment, then let go as the unrelenting darkness engulfed him.
That sounds kind of ominous.
The Deer Fest had been 2 weeks away when we arrived. If the day count on the banner was right, I was missing a whole week between the night we got here and now. The garage was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight.
All right.
Whoa.
I'll keep writing. Outside, there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness. I can feel her presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her. I'll fix it up. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost.
I don't believe this. It'd been me on the TV, talking crazy. Was I losing my mind?
Maybe. I mean, stranger things. The 68th Annual Deer Fest, September 15th to the 18th. Games and activities, raffle tickets, fishing competition, pie contest, and surprise competitions. Live music. For the children, Bucktooth Charlie afternoons, and Montgomery the Mystic's amazing Phantasmagoria evenings. Don't miss the legendary Deer Fest parade.
Great Falls Sheriff Station.
Oh, thank God, Sheriff.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker. You are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen, I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake, not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head. Are you okay?
No, he's not.
We'll figure this out. Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station, okay? Mr. Wake, have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
I realized I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me. And then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
But literally, I was just there. Okay, there's music playing, and there probably shouldn't be because I have the music supposed to be turned off, and yet it's playing.
Previously on Alan Wake. I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice. Now, she's missing. Alice? Alice? I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at, but the cabin had disappeared.
Taken.
I'm home.
Back here, sweetie.
The
How
shit?
was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Why you got no TV? Where's your TV? Oh, that's the TV. Open that bitch up. What are you doing? Why are you waiting?
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
This was a late goodbye.
Wait.
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me. This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now. My wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
Okay.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan! Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
So that's... I'm assuming the one on the end of the bookshelf towards the left is the first one. And then he's adding them as he goes. So, The Fall of Casey, The Things That I Want, Alex Casey, What I Can't Forget, and Return to Sender. I don't guess that has any relevance.
Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm working on it. Jesus Christ. It's just dark. It's not gonna fucking kill you.
I can't handle much more of this, Alan. Please, get those
Honey,
lights on.
it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
You okay?
No.
I'm sorry.
She's a coward.
It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
You're a coward.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really
And then
bad,
I
my
married
mom
this
gave me
woman
old light
who
switch.
made me
She called
look
it the
like
clicker.
The clicker.
the bravest
huh?
man in the world.
If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a
She
magic
literally
light just
jumps at
scared the
shadows.
monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
See, with this game, It's impossible to know what is real and what is not.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
No TV? Okay, fine. Fine. What is that?
I'm sorry you had to cut your morning fishing short for this, Doc.
I believe you'll find the sheriff in her office. Just go down the corridor. Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up there. Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you. You're good to go, Mr. Wake. Sarah's probably waiting for a chance to talk to you.
Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine.
I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing soon. You can't change them in the dark.
I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now.
Very good. I'll come back later on to remind you, just in case.
Little does they know, she's keeping everybody alive.
Sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the brake float. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsal today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really trashed the garage. Over.
Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. James out.
Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
The sheriff wants to see you in her office, Mr. Wake.
Yeah. Have you seen this man? Disappeared on 6/20/07. Identifying features, knack for winning contests. How is that? Yeah, how's... Missing. Richard Bow, Bruce Dansky, Jacob Miller. On a camping trip. Overdue. Haven't been in contact. If you have seen them or know their whereabouts, please call 555-9932. Thank you. I can't read the cat one though. This should not be accessible to, like, possible criminals.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor.
Hey, mister! Hey, can you turn the lights on? The deputies, they don't understand. Thank you, man, thank you. Hey, you're all right. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different. You know, I shouldn't even be in here. The cops, they got it all wrong. See?
I don't think they do.
Sure, I beat him up, but I wasn't drunk. I mean, I wasn't drunk at the time.
You are now.
I got drunk afterward. Okay, listen. You gotta listen carefully now. Here's the kicker. That wasn't Danny. No, sir. It only looked like him. You wanna know who it really was?
Sure.
It was a goddamn space alien!
Okay, yeah.
I know it sounds like something a drunk would say, but believe me, I wasn't drunk then.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
I don't know why I don't hit resume. I just
The
don't.
early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
Let me do some looking. Oh.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deer Fest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting, the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh? There's no point in getting all worked up yet.
You almost couldn't hear that through all the background noise.
The caller had told me to find a hole in the fence behind the
I know.
police station.
I know.
There was something for me in an abandoned car.
Yes. Yes. I know all of these things. Karate kick that bitch.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall in the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife? Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business. Barry?
Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Al, what the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent...
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey! Take it easy.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry
So he's
everything.
got
He thought
a
I was
history of
certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript,
attacking
the
paparazzi.
fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money, and he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him!
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan.
Yeah. The skeleton of a Columbian mammoth, Mammothus columbi. This specimen, estimated to be 14,000 years old, was recovered from the La Brea tar pits in 1981. It was donated to the Elderwood National Park in 1998 when the Columbian mammoth became Washington's state fossil. Named Bucktooth Charlie, it has since become the park's official mascot.
Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice.
Do you
and everything's just...
understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You run cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes. Well, at least Max is gonna be okay. You got lucky. Max is still groggy from the shot I gave him, and I'd rather not leave him alone just yet.
Okay,
the
fine.
phone's on the desk across from the mammoth skeleton.
I'm getting it.
Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No, this whole thing is... Listen, you hit your head.
Regardless of that, there's some weird shit going on in this town, Barry.
If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
Okay. I'll stop.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too. If you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that.
Okay.
Oh, and hey, if you take a walk in the woods, watch your steps so you don't end up like Max. I guess I'm a little worried. We got a bunch of campers out there we haven't heard from. It's not like these people are on a schedule, but with the traps, well, you know, I just don't want any trouble.
Right.
Right. Thanks.
Okay.
Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that?
I know it.
People who
Yeah,
end
it
up
sounds
spending
weird.
time in padded
I know.
rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves, and eating a healthy diet of pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month. What was it? If there's no proof, it's pure bullshit. Period.
Guess the laugh's on me then.
Al, come on! I mean, okay. Okay, maybe something weird happened to you, okay?
Well, thanks for the heartfelt vote of confidence.
All I'm saying is you...
Cutting him off short.
Crazy talk, Al. Al? Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. But you're my best friend and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Who's that? Who's the cavalry?
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again.
What was that? No, that makes no. Jesus. Fucking dark enough in this bitch. Another thermos. Batteries. And see, all that, and I got no weapons. None at all. Nada.
hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way.
Yep.
Now.
You do that, Barry. You hold down the fort. Ooh, they got a hot tub. Checkpoint.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
Damn it, I did it again. Alright, well, I think we're going to call that right here. That's a good point. We made it to a checkpoint. We're at about an hour. Seems like a good time. Some shit went down. Clearly, Alan is not right, but there is some weird shit going on all around him. So it's like two things are converging on him all at one time. He's losing his shit in the midst of a supernatural fucking nightmare, which is not a good place to be, if you ask me. I don't think that any of us would enjoy being in that position at all. So I'm going to say thank you so much for being here. I hope, if you made it this far, that I was somewhat entertaining, or that maybe you just like the game itself. Either one of those is completely cool. I'm alright with either one of those things, so long as you are entertained. And if you did find me entertaining, maybe perhaps you could see your way clear to possibly leaving me a like, maybe a comment, a share, or a subscribe. Any of those things are immensely helpful to the channel. They help it grow, help it flourish, and they help get me into that algorithm so that my reach kind of spreads out a little wider. So that maybe people out there that, you know, would be interested in my stuff, who just haven't had the opportunity to see my stuff, well, maybe they could see it. And the more people that see my stuff, the bigger my channel gets, and the bigger my channel gets, the better content I can provide to all of you. So really, I'm thinking of you, is what it is. I'm just thinking of you. And if you wouldn't mind checking out my 2 simulated wrestling federations, I have 2 on this very channel. This one right here that you're watching right now. I have the CTW, which consists of original characters that I've been making for the last 20 years or more in various wrestling games throughout the ages. The men's division is on Monday. The women's division is on Wednesday. And then I also have the WTF, which consists of some of my favorite female celebrities of various genres. That's on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and both will have at least one pay-per-view a month towards the end of the month on a Sunday, because Sundays are made for pay-per-view wrestling events. Bottom line. What else? I mean, that's just like an unwritten rule. And then, of course, I have other various playthroughs of other games. I think there's around 16 or 17 of them now. It's a fairly varied selection, I think you'll find. Surely there'll be something there in a manner that might flap your shutters or rock your boat or something along those lines. So give give them a look-see, and let me know what you think. I wouldn't mind hearing some feedback. I've been doing this almost the full year now, so I wouldn't mind hearing what you guys are thinking. So just let me know. Drop me a line in the comments, and I guarantee I will reply. And that leaves me to say thank you one more time. And until next time, later.